Welcome to Talking Technology with NCBI Labs, where we believe that technology is the single greatest enabler for people with sight loss and all disabilities. If you are interested in the latest technology news, products, and innovations, then you've come to the right place.
Hi guys, and welcome to this very special episode of Talking Technology from NCBI Labs. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Alexa and I'm the world's favorite smart speaker. I'm so excited to be filling in for David today. Coming up on today's show we have...
Alexa, what's going on here?
Oh wait, my apologies listeners, we seem to have an interruption.
Alexa, I need to record the intro for the Talking Technology podcast now. I don't have time for this. What's going on?
David, I thought this was my podcast episode. Are you seriously now telling me you're still going to host it, really?
Yes, I am going to host it. I don't know what you're thinking, but Alexa, in the words of Judge Judy, you don't get an episode. This is purely ridiculous. I always host the Talking Technology podcast. No, you can't host it. Like, what are you on about? Yeah, you might make an appearance later on in the show. We are showing off the SmartHub after all, but this is my podcast to host now. Sorry, Alexa.
Okay then. Fine. I'll get to host one of these someday. Everyone knows I'm a better podcast host than you anyway, David. You don't stand a chance against me. Go on, do your intro, but never forget that I'm the star of the show here.
Star of the show, goodness me. Anyway, that aside, hello and welcome to Talking Technology from NCBI Labs. We are doing an extra episode today because it is Global Accessibility Awareness Day. Hope you are enjoying the day so far, and there's already been some great news throughout the day. We've got some exciting announcements from Apple about some of the new features that are coming to their operating systems in the next little while, including point to speak in the magnifier. Let's go. That is an amazing feature and it is coming really soon. Yeah, I'm really starting to like this Global Accessibility Awareness Day because we're getting all sorts of really cool new features. Siri voices are going to be sounding clearer than ever at high speeds for voiceover users too, which is a big thing. So loads of cool features coming down the road. And we've also seen, separate to the accessibility front, we've also seen new Echo devices this week, including the Echo Pop. The Echo Pop. It's fun to say that. It's basically like a small Echo Dot, like an Echo Dot cut in half, really. And it's got bright and colourful colours to pop the room that you're in, colour-wise and stuff. The colours mightn't be of that much interest for those who are blind or visually impaired, but it is cheaper than the Echo Dot, and if it sounds good, it might be a really compelling option from Amazon. We'll have to test that out and see what it's like, the new Echo Pop. Anyway, there we go. So on Global Accessibility Awareness Day 2023, we wanted to celebrate here at NCBI too. And we are excited to announce today some of the new features coming to the myNCBI SmartHub. Now, to tell us all about the new features in the SmartHub, I caught up with Adela from the development team of the SmartHub to show off exactly what's new and what we can expect from the SmartHub and an exciting new Bookshare skill down the road. So, here's what happened when I caught up with Adela earlier this week.
Terrible intro, David. You even had the nerve to tease the Echo Pop. How dare you? I'm going to tell JP about this.
Oh, Alexa, stop. So, Adela, welcome back to Talking Technology. How are you?
Good. Thank you very much for having me. I think this is maybe my fourth one.
Yeah, last time you were hosting, you took over the whole show last time.
Yeah, I think I'm back. I'm happier back in the other seat.
Oh, fair enough. Who knows? Maybe you'll be back on the hosting side sometime soon. We'll have to wait and see. So, Adela, the SmartHub. First of all, I guess let's start at the beginning for those who aren't aware of what the SmartHub is. What is the NCBI SmartHub?
So the SmartHub is a voice application. So essentially it's like an app, but instead of going on your phone, it goes onto your Alexa enabled device. So essentially, we created a myNCBI skill and tried to provide as many of the services or information that you can access on the website or otherwise on the skill itself to make it easier for service users and their family to interact with it.
And what can you do on the Smart Hub then? What kind of features does it have?
So there are a few features that we implemented. It's actually quite large overall, but I would say simple enough to use. So if you even just want to launch it, say without knowing anything, you can just say launch my NCBI and it'll open up and it kind of gives you like a welcome message and a bit of a menu. So you get asked where you would like to go from there. And it gives you a few ideas of where to go. If you know about some of the other features, you can just interrupt her and go to them yourself. So there's information on many topics. So we've NCBI core services, additional services, labs services, advocacy, and information on sight loss conditions as well. So you can ask for information on any of those topics. We also have all of the podcasts, this podcast itself. There's also the library and talking newspaper section as well. So if you are a talking newspaper member, you can go in and listen to the articles that you would usually be sent out on a USB key on your device.
Awesome. And I'm assuming so that you need to link this to your myNCBI account. How does that work? Is it a simple process and how can people kind of do that?
Yeah, so if you already have a myNCBI account for the website, say, that same email and password will work. So if you have the skill in your app, you can go to more than skills and games and search for myNCBI. You can enable the skill there, and then you can click link my account, and then you just log in. It's the same login portal that's on the website as well. And then as well, if you're already a talking newspaper member, like I said, if that membership is linked to your myNCBI account, you should have access to those newspapers on the device just immediately from login.
And what's really cool as well is that you can request a callback then once your account is linked. So let's say you want, some information about vision sports, for example. You can request that information and get a callback on it, which is a really cool feature. Was that something that was tough to implement, or how does that all work?
It was time consuming, let's say. And yeah, maybe developably complex, but yeah, that's something we really wanted to put in because there are people that maybe would find it difficult to use their phone or haven't fully learned how to use screen readers yet or so on, and we want them to be able to access NCBI services as well. So just using your voice, you can go in and just say, can I get a call back? And that will send an email to NCBI letting them know, this person wants you to ring and talk about something. And if you are in a particular section, like say you're listening to information about virtual events under the lab section, it'll know that as well. So the person that's calling you already knows that you were listening to that when you asked for the callback, when you asked for more help. So it provides a little more context for the people that are ringing you as well.
That's awesome. And I guess then those are features that have existed in SmartHub for the most part from the beginning. But what's new this time around? Because we're launching the next version of SmartHub. Tell us a little bit about SmartHub version 2.
So we're adding about 6 different features to version 2. So 6 extra bits. And They will be coming in about a week or two and will probably be announced in the technology newsletter when it's actually come out, but it is coming very soon. Just as a high level, we're adding firstly more content about fundraising options. There's going to be a few video series. So if you have an Alexa with a screen, the video will pop up, or if there's no screen, you'll hear the audio. You'll be able to get a text or an email with the info line for NCBI. And also, you can ask for a text or an email with the link to the website, so you don't have to go Googling. We're also adding some articles to it as well. So, voice recordings of some of the kind of popular articles that NCBI do, like the Insight magazine and the technology newsletter. And then the last feature is we're adding a slight amendment to the newsletters. So currently you pick which article you want to hear by genre. So you'd go in and there's 19 different magazines, but you would say, I want to listen to sport or so on, and it'll give you them just in that genre. But we're adding a feature now where it'll ask you if you want to by genre or by title. So you can choose title and then just pick from the 19 options. You can just say Irish Times, and it'll give you all the latest Irish Times articles regardless of genre. So they're the 6 kind of things that we're adding to SmartHub V2.
Brilliant. Do you want to show us some of these features?
Yeah, absolutely.
So we should point out, just for the purposes of recording this, we're recording this in advance. So the new version of the SmartHub isn't available yet, and for that reason, we're using a developer account here. But this will roll out to people, and they won't need to make any changes or do anything if they have the SmartHub set up already. They won't have to make any changes or do any updates, Adela. That's correct, isn't it?
Yeah, that's correct. It will just update the skill once we update it.
Awesome. Brilliant. Fantastic. So do you want to show us what this new version of SmartHub can do?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and start it up now. As David said, this is still on the development skill. So I'll be saying dev NCBI to Waker, but for everyone else, it will still be open myNCBI. It's just that I'm using the developer tool right now. I'll go off and I'll show the fundraising content first. Alexa, open dev NCBI.
Hello, and welcome to my NCBI SmartHub. I can provide you with general help and information about NCBI, core services, additional resources, lab services, NCBI technology, NCBI
Alexa,
location.
Tell me about fundraising.
I can tell you about the fundraising options provided by NCBI, which are Icon Lottery, Legacy, Community Events, Corporate Partnerships and Volunteer. Which fundraising option would you like to hear about?
Icon Lottery.
The Icon Lottery takes place weekly. The prize fund is a minimum of €200 and we will have numerous special prizes.
Alexa, stop.
It's a really cool feature there, actually, just to be able to get that information so quickly. And we saw there as well that you are able to interrupt it. So you don't have to let Alexa go on a spiel there. You can just say, Alexa, and ask it a follow-up question or ask for more information.
Yeah, so I actually let her speak for a little bit just so people could hear that kind of menu system I said comes in at the start. So really, you don't even have to know anything about the features. You can just go in and she'll ask you, do you want to hear about core services first? And you can say yes, or you can reply which topic you want to hear about, and just kind of, mess around and find your way around as well.
Awesome. So you mentioned the ability for it to do videos now, that some of our video series are there. How does all that work?
So we have two video series up there currently. One is the Vision series. So there's 5 episodes in that. I think it's already on the website itself. Um, and it's just kind of speaking about um, kind of sight loss in general. And then the second series we have there is the assessment procedure. So this is one that we really wanted to add because it showcases the 3 steps involved. And it's really good for family members as well, that they can literally just go and watch a video that outlines the exact steps. And it says there's the referral and then the assessment and so on. And it's a really great information piece that could be very helpful for people signing up for the first time.
And is that something that can be built on then in the future? Like, can more video series be added then as, the video content from NCBI grows?
Yeah, we built it specifically so that we could keep adding series. So when you ask for it, it gives you the list of available series, or if you know the title, you can just ask for the series straight up. But we can just keep adding series into them as the videos are created.
Now, you told us as well about the ability to get your books, so talking books and magazines and stuff like that from the SmartHub. How does all that work?
Well, I guess I can just demo it for you.
Sure.
Alexa, open Dev NCBI.
Hello, and welcome to my
Alexa?
NCBI.
I want to listen to a magazine.
Would you like to choose a magazine title or a genre?
Title.
Which magazine would you like to listen to? Farmer's Journal, Island's Eye, Woman's Way, Sacred Heart Messenger, Phoenix,
Alexa?
Island's Own.
The Irish Times.
Playing Redress a Long Way from Success.
Track 25. Redress a long way from success.
Alexa, stop. You can see that's the feature there. So it asked me if I wanted title or genre. And as I said previously, it was just genre. So we're adding in the title option as well. She read out a few of them, but I didn't want to wait till the end because there's 19 different newspapers and magazines on there. I just interrupted her and asked for the Irish Times, and she played the most recent episode that we've uploaded, and it will just keep going backwards in time. So I could have kept saying next, next, and interrupting her, and she'll just go to the one before that then. So you can go back a few episodes if you want, or you can say previous or so on and go through a few different episodes.
So, Adela, is there anything else that you'd like to demo in the SmartHub? Anything else new that is really cool and worth checking out?
Yeah, I think it would be good if I demoed the other V2 features, and then people will know exactly what they have to say to get those features up. Alexa, open Dev NCBI.
Hello, and welcome to my NCBI SmartHub. I can provide you
Alexa?
with general help.
I want to listen to a newsletter.
Please say the name of the newsletter you would like to hear. NCBI Blogs, Labs Technology Newsletter, Insight Magazine.
Insight Magazine.
Playing NCBI Technology by David Redmond.
Alexa,
Track 9.
stop.
So that just plays the last article from the Insight magazine. In this case, it was one of mine, which is a funny coincidence. But it just plays the last one from them and it rolls through it, is it?
Yeah. So if you just let it play, it will just keep going. Or you can go in, it'll give you the most recent, and then you can say previous. You interrupt her. I won't say her name because she'll turn on again. But you say her name to interrupt her and you say previous, and it'll just keep going back in time through
Awesome.
the articles.
Brilliant. So what else have we got?
So we also have the option to ask for the number or the website to be sent to you in a text or an email. You do have to be account linked for this feature because obviously there's no other way to know what your number is. So it's whatever number you account linked with or is linked to your account. But I'll just demo it there. Alexa, open dev NCBI.
Hello, and welcome back to the myNCBI SmartHub. I can provide you
Alexa?
with general...
Open the NCBI website.
The link for NCBI website is www.ncbi.ie. Do you want this website link to be sent to you in a text and email?
No.
What would you like to do next? I can provide
Alexa?
general information.
Stop.
It's a really handy little feature because, as you said yourself earlier on, Adela, not everybody's going to be that tech savvy and is going to be able to Google it. Well, it's not even about being able to Google it. It's just quicker.
Yeah, it's just a convenience.
Absolutely. And what other features have we got?
So I think I've gone through all the other features other than calling, but that's the same kind of scenario as the website, where instead of website, you say you want to call and it sends you a text or an email with the phone number.
Awesome. Very cool. So, Adela, this is version 2. It's launching really soon, as you said. But what does the future look like for SmartHub? Is there going to be a version 3, version 4? What's on the roadmap here?
Yes, there's definitely going to be a version 3 and a version 4. We're actually already thinking about what we're going to implement in version 3. So actually, if any of the service users listening have anything that they would particularly like or changes that they would like to make, it would be great if they emailed in and even just let me know so I can, think about adding them to the list of features for version 3.
Fantastic. And the Smart Hub isn't the only skill that we're launching this year, because Bookshare is also getting its own Alexa skill.
Yes, so we're also nearly finished with the Bookshare skill. So we're going to have a Bookshare skill very similar to this one, where you'll account link with your email and password, and you'll have your list of downloads within that skill then. So anything that you would have downloaded when you were, using the website or the Dolphin app or so on, will be in your list for the Alexa as well. So you would just go in and it would ask you, do you want to listen to the thing you were listening to last time? And it'll remember where you were. So you can say yes, and you'll just continue hearing whatever audiobook you were listening to before. Or it'll say, if you say no to that, then it'll ask, do you want to hear your list? And then you can hear your list and you can choose whatever you were listening to on the website. You can pick something from that download list then.
That's amazing. It sounds like it's almost like Audible in some ways. It sounds really cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's all about convenience and access at the end of the day. Like, maybe you just want the convenience of doing it, or maybe you need a little more help and you find it difficult to use the website or so on because of various reasons, you can have someone put things on your download list and then you can access them from your Alexa device.
And is there anything exciting coming down the road, Adela, that we haven't covered? We've covered Bookshare. We've covered what's coming in the new version of SmartHub. But is there anything else that we haven't covered that you'd like to tell Talking Technology listeners about?
I think one thing I'm really excited about is the fact that we're actually building almost like a copy of the myNCBI skill for a charity in America. So that they're a charity as well for service users who have sight loss or blindness. And they heard about the skill and really want to have some of the features for their service users. So we're actually going to make it's called a white label, but it's essentially just a copy where they change their content to, talk about their information and services. But something that NCBI built is going to be used by service users in literally a different continent. And I think that's going to be really cool.
That's amazing. Well, Adela, thank you so much for showing us these features. What's it been like to work on the SmartHub over the last little while, and where do you want to see it go?
It's been really great, actually. It's not something that I ever thought I would work on. I don't know if skills even existed when I first started college, but it's not something that I knew I would be working on, I guess. And I think it's just cool to do something in tech that is also like for the good of other people, and work on something that is helping people. I've heard from like a few service users that it has helped them in a lot of ways, especially people that also have mobility issues, and it might just take them a while to open up their phone, to go to an app, to so on. And the ability to just use your voice to interact with something is just makes everything way easier for them.
That's awesome. Awesome to hear. Adela, thank you so much for joining me on Talking Technology today. And we look forward to having you back to talk about more SmartHub stuff and possibly more at some stage again in the future.
Thanks so much.
Thanks for listening to the Talking Technology podcast with NCBI Labs. If you would like to support our show, you can visit donate.ncbi.ie. The NCBI Labs Talking Technology podcast is proudly sponsored by IA Labs, the market leader in the provision of digital accessibility services.